Hey, what's up? Six Yo here. Today I'm going to be doing something I've been really excited and waiting to do for, well, since I got my iPhone 5S, pretty much. And that's been, I think a month ago on the 16th. And yeah, so I've been looking around everywhere for vendors that actually sell colored iPhone 5S front assemblies, like the whole assemblies, not just the glass or anything like that. Not a single vendor anywhere in the entire world currently sells iPhone 5S colored assemblies. And if they did, they would sell it for like $3 something probably. Because the cheapest black or white front assembly for an iPhone 5S right now is $240. $200 in China, I think. But yeah, nobody wants that. And the soonest I'd probably be able to get this after it does become available is probably from China, Hong Kong, wherever, because that's where they usually come out first. Anyway, right here, what you are looking at is the first, and currently the only colored iPhone 5S front assembly in the world right now, as far as I know. Unless some of you, have replaced just the glass on a 5S. It's colored glass, then, whatever. But, I can't find any, and, I'm proud to say I have one. And, no, I didn't buy this complete assembly. I actually got this for $100, $2 for the glass, and then another $5 for the little housing, or not the housing, the backlight. The way I did that was I went on eBay. I didn't win a bid. I offered $100 on a broken white 5S front assembly, and when I got it, which was today, I just replaced the glass on it, and it came out completely perfect. I've not tested it yet, so this video I'm actually going to be testing it, make sure everything works, including the backlight, which I did on a little pressure soldering trick, which you can see the video for that right here. I just want to let you guys know that this is exactly the same process as an iPhone 5. This also works for the iPhone 5C for replacing just the glass. It's the exact same process as the 5. Just a little heads up there. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and install this on my iPhone 5S. Tested, of course, before I installed it all the way. And I also did want to confirm to you guys that the LCD Digitizer frame for the iPhone 5 is the exact same on the iPhone 5S. There is absolutely no difference whatsoever. I actually have a iPhone 5 front assembly right here, and you can also tell because the cable lengths are different. Just right there. But yeah, they're exactly the same. I mean, yeah, this is an aftermarket one, but when I actually take this assembly off, I'll just go ahead and show you that too. And I'm probably going to end up selling this one. I don't know. Or I might just keep it just as a spare. I have no idea. But anyway, let's get right into it. But yeah, before anything, this is a front assembly that I ordered from Mentor.com. It works perfect, looks great, no issues whatsoever, and I can't really see too many differences between a Retina display and an aftermarket display like this one. But I'm excited because I did get this one pretty good, and this one is an OEM assembly, just with red glass. And also the glass is a deeper red. This is more of a pinkish red, which I like it, but then I don't at the same time. But still, whatever, it's a red iPhone 5 assembly. But yeah, so I just put this one on. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see, where did I get that? So start off by taking off my case, which by the way, after using this case for however long it's been since I put up that last video about clean metal bumpers and stuff, I've found no issues whatsoever. Now I'll just go ahead and show you what I did with my my bezel to help keep it from moving around and stuff and kind of protecting it on the inside. I just put all this carbon fiber sticky stuff in there, and that really helps a lot with shaking stuff, because this mesh stuff doesn't really help out that much. But I found no issues with this case whatsoever. I mean, I do have some issues with my little mute switch, but I always keep my phone on not on vibrate, so it's not really too, don't really care too much. So we're going to go ahead and turn this off. And I don't have the the red glass for the back yet, but I did order that, and I should have that in a few days. I'll probably do a video on how to replace that when I do that, but that's something to look forward to. So before anything, what I did was actually magnetize both my screwdrivers just to make sure that they stick just fine. Set those off to the side, set that off to the side. Take your Penelope screwdriver, take out both of your screws. Alright. After that, you go ahead and take a what is this, box cutter blade, and I'm going to take the kind of chipped off edge, just so I can so I don't cut something on the inside. Well, not as easily anyway. And I'm going to start right here at this edge. I don't have a suction cup, and even if I did, I probably wouldn't use it anyway, just because of my glass screen protector that's on here. So I'm just going to be really careful about this. I'm just going to get right between the bezel and the front assembly. I'm also going to keep in mind where the headphone jack is, so I don't mess that up. Alright, now that I got that up, I'm going to take a little plastic pry tool, just kind of pry up right over here. Now when you open this up, you want to be really careful with the home button flex cable, because unlike the iPhone 5, it's a flex cable for the iPhone 5S for the home button. As you can see right there, it just bends down right there. What you want to do with that, let's see, let me get some better lighting so you can see this. Right here is a, I don't know what that's called exactly, but it's a little thing that goes over your flex cable terminal. And the way you get that out, just wedge something right there. You can see this, but comes up just like so. Now, you do really want to be careful with your flex cable here, because if you cut it, one, you don't have a home button anymore, and two, you do want to buy the full assembly for these home buttons, because it is absolute hell to get the flex cable just by itself off of the little sapphire thing right there. And I did this before, but it ended up not working out, because I guess it's the flex cable is fused to the sapphire thing, and I was not able to get it out. Same with the ring that goes around it. I wasn't able to get that out either. So, and the whole assembly together in white or black costs about $43 from Mentor.com. So just keep that in mind. Pop that off. Now, let's see, there's this plate just like the iPhone 5, but the difference between that and this one is instead of 3 screws, it's 4 screws. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to set that off over there. So where did that go? Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. This screw right here, which fell off somewhere. I don't know where it went. We'll find out in a minute. That one is not magnetized. It doesn't, like on a magnetized screwdriver, it won't actually connect to it. I have another screw I could just put in there, because I don't know where it went. But that's okay. I don't really give a shit. But my bad for forgetting that. So you just want to kind of lift that off. Be careful with your flex cables, because you don't want to fuck it up. Next, we're going to take our plastic pry tool, and one by one, we're just going to go ahead and pop those off. Get our LCD cable, then our digitizer cable. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and test our front assembly because installing a not working part is completely stupid, and you are stupid if you do. Okay. I do actually like that these cables are longer. Gives me more room to work with, I think. Okay, put those in. Let's go ahead and turn this fucker on. Yay. Ah, gay. Gotta replace the backlight again. Okay, well. Once it turns on, we'll go ahead and, test the screen itself. But, I don't know how that liquid got in there, because this is a brand new backlight. But from the looks of it, the alignment's perfect. It's a good thing these backlights are only, $5. And yes, I know it's a lot lighter up here and darker right here, but that's only because the light's reflecting off of the the water liquid inside the screen. But yeah, so this is a completely working front assembly, and it's completely awesome. Yeah, sick. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop this video. I'm gonna replace the backlight again, and go from there. So turn this fucker off. And we'll get on with the video in just a second. Okay, so just replaced the backlight in it. And I guess it turned out there's just some liquid up here that I guess seeped behind this front stuff. So when I took this off, it was completely clean. And the little mirror thing on the back of this was completely flawless in every way, and just replaced it, and yeah, it looks completely perfect. You know my passcode now. So let's see. Yeah, I just went to the settings just so you can see the white screen on it, and yeah, it's perfectly aligned. Everything looks completely flawless in every single way, and I don't have a way to go to home now. But we can go and test the test screen from here. I don't see any dysfunctionality whatsoever. Awesome. I did notice this little thing right here, though, whatever that is. And I think that's just a scratch from the broken glass on there. But otherwise, everything looks perfect. Actually, same with right... Oh, there's more. Whatever. Who gives a shit? It's a red iPhone 5S assembly. But anyway, let's go ahead and turn this back off. And that weird kind of flicker thing it just did, that doesn't stay there. It does it with the other assembly too. But go ahead and turn that off. Wait for it to turn all the way off. We're gonna get on with it. Turn the fuck off. Turn off. There you go. Boop. Boop. Okay, that's all. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and take out the screws. Let me reiterate that there is absolutely no difference between a iPhone 5 front assembly frame and a iPhone 5S frame. And for those of you who didn't know, the iPhone 5S home button with the ring is the exact same size as a regular stock iPhone 5 button. No differences whatsoever. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind with this little guy right here is there is a little adapter. Let's see. I'll just show you that in a second. There's also this little guy that wants to just stick around. I don't know how I didn't notice that before, but it's there. So I'm going to get like an X-Acto knife, kind of peel that up. No real big deal there. Ah, holy shit. Why is this so hard to peel up? There we go. Let's see. What is it? Is it touch? Alright, I told you I was going to do a quick comparison between these, so let's do it. So, obvious iPhone 5S assembly, and, meant for an iPhone 5 frame, but they are exactly the same. There's the side, lined up, exactly the same. Other side. Exactly the same. So, I guess there is one difference. I hate this. Well, we can probably still make it work. I guess these little screw holes are different. Why I didn't notice that before, I don't know, but that shouldn't matter too much. Make it work. Fuck it. Do this shit. Take off the home button. Just 2 screws right here. And I should be able to just jimmy it in there. I mean, it'll be a little bit off by a bit, but shouldn't be too far off to where it won't work. But we'll figure it out, because that's what I do, figure shit out. Be really careful with your home button flex, because 43 bucks each is not cheap for a stupid little home button. Okay, I'm just gonna be really careful popping this out so I don't tear this apart. There's that. Well, actually doesn't look as bad as I thought. Can't wait for these to come out in red. They suck. Okay. I mean, worst case scenario, I could always just take the white frame that I have. Okay. Guess it is slightly different there. Let's see how this lines up. Okay, yeah, that doesn't line up. That is only one thing I looked over. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm gonna heat this these edges up. Kind of a letdown, because I was hoping to have a fully red front assembly, but guess I can't have that. So I'm just going to take the frame off this one, and I am going to put the other white one, because I maintain that one just fine. So, be back in a minute after I change that out with white. Okay, so this has definitely been a learning experience for me, but whatever. Yeah, cool story, I guess. So, I replaced the backlight yet again, for a third time,
because some adhesive that I used to secure the stock white frame down got underneath there and messed up this brand new thing. So I unsoldered and resoldered a new one, and see for yourself. It's all pretty full now. Yay, perfect, and with the right frame this time. Let's go ahead and turn this off. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the exact differences between the iPhone 5 and iPhone 5S frames. So where did I put that other red one? Okay. I'll show you one of these. This is from one of the other iPhone 5, stock parts that we have. Okay, so let's see. That's covered in glue. So I want to do that. So let's see. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. So everything is exactly the same except for the home button part. If you look right here, this is side by side. Goes, in line with each other on the iPhone 5. And also, this little screw right here is a little bit different. It's slightly more to the right on the iPhone 5S. With the iPhone 5S home button screw things, it's slightly slanted. Let's see if I get something straight to show you that. Let's use this. So you get straight, and you get diagonal, like that. And then let's see, I'll cover that up, and yeah. So those are the differences between the iPhone 5S and iPhone 5 frames. I did post a tweet that said that I can confirm that these are exactly the same. I'm going to delete that in a second, but I feel really stupid. But hey, you live, you learn, and you die later. Kind of depressing. Okay, so I got my iPhone 5S frame right here, or my stock assembly, and let's get on with it and make this fucker red. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this, unscrew that. Then also there are two little nubs right there that the home button clips into, or hold on to, whatever you want to call it. And you just want to be careful not to rip your home button, because again, these are $43 a piece for the entire assembly, and nobody wants to pay for a $43 mistake. It was $75, but no, cheaper now. And also keep in mind that there is a little antenna adapter, or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what that's for exactly, but there's a little thing that holds onto the screw right here. So just be careful not to lose that when you take that off. Then in a way, I guess it's good that there's no print on the fingerprint sensor, or the sapphire piece, because it doesn't really matter if you get it in there perfect and aligned and all that, or not. Matters to an extent, because, someone has to sit right there, but not too much to where it can be slightly off, and it doesn't really matter, because it shows up the same on the other side anyway. I actually like that with the white frame better. It goes with the button. So, let's see. And the way you want your little home button plate to be. And the reason why it's so important to use the correct frame is because right here is a little nub for your home button to connect or press down and stuff. And if you look right here, there's a little nub in the middle of your home button, which hits that. And it could be off by a little tiny bit, like maybe a micrometer or something like that, but not too much, because then it won't click right. We have to click really, really hard. Nobody wants that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take out the frame, or the back plate for the frame. And on the sides right here, it doesn't really matter what order you put the screws back in, just on these 4 screws on the side. But that's because they're all exactly the same. But I'm just going to keep track of them where they go, just for the sake of putting them back where the fuck they go. That's cool, I guess. Didn't know they had a little clip right there. Huh. I guess the ear speaker has 4 prongs. Or little prong thingies. Crazy. And then just like on the iPhone 5, I'm just going to lift up ever so slightly. It comes off. Let's see. And then, see, normally I would take this off, but I do want to end up reselling this as a stock assembly, which I want to keep all the stock parts on it. And yeah, so I'm going to find another one of these real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found out that I have no other little camera lens holder thingies. So I'm just going to take this one and whatever. When I find another one, I'll just put it in. But I don't know where it is. So, fuck it. So, let's see, what am I going to use? I'm going to use this little guy, little flathead. Get under there, and just lift out just like that. And it just pops out like nothing. I'm going to be quite picky about this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of glue right here, just so it can hold on right there. And only going to use a little tiny, smallest possible amount I can possibly use amount of glue, only because I don't want to get it on that front camera lens, and it will be a bitch to get off, and I could end up scratching some of the red enamel off. And nobody wants that. Where is this glue? So, over here, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue over here. Take this little guy. Put a little bit of glue on there. And right behind this lip, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, just like so. Now, for some of you, this probably don't want to do this, but it's my iPhone. Do what the fuck I want. Just make sure the camera lens is center. And you just want to hold it for just a little bit. Depends on what type of glue you're using. If you're using like crazy glue, you don't have to really hold it that long. But this is just standard super glue from Hobby Shop from across the street, and takes a little bit to dry, but not really too long. Just going to check the clarity on that by wiping the front of it. Should be good. Okay. Now at this point, we can go ahead and take this off because we're now going to put our backlight on, which, I did take this little sticky thing off before, but it's still on there now, and I don't need to take it off, so it's okay. So we slide it on in there. You should get your front microphone in there, in that little hole. I'm just going to check for how centered it is, and it looks like it's perfectly centered. We'll test the clarity when we turn it back on. But from what I can see, it looks good. Now, there are these two little nubs right there. You just want to kind of put that in there. Well, let's see. Actually, first I'm going to get this IR sensor in this little hole. If it can, it is. Right here, I did put this little, stock IR sensor bezel in there, just because I wanted it to, for sure, work. I mean, if you're on a call and the screen doesn't go black, Fred's going to dial some stuff. He's having a little bit of a hard time with it, so let's go ahead. Try to take care of that. It's just not centered. Give me a sec. Okay, so I ended up just taking that bezel off because it just kept pissing me off, and I can live without it. Because my iPhone 5 doesn't have that either, and works just fine. So let's go ahead and get our ear speaker in. Just make sure this little port right here, that little port right there, goes into that little hole for the ear speaker, or the ear speaker mesh, or whatever. And then let's go ahead and get this little plate. You're going to stick that, drawing a blank here, what's it called? The little thingy that goes right there. Just get that in there first. Let's just call it that. Where did my screwdriver go? There it is. Okay. We're going to do the long screw first, which just goes right there. Now, if you laid your screws out exactly as they were in the phone, you shouldn't have a problem putting them back where they go. But if you didn't, then, well, that's on you, and sucks. Okay, I think they got mixed up. Now I feel stupid. There we go. Where did the other screw go? There it is. Side screws in. Okay, and also that little antenna adapter, whatever the fuck it is, a little adapter thing that the screw's holding. You want to have it, let's see if I can show you up close. Trying to focus on this. Just kind of want to have it poking out right on this side. And just kind of guide that screw into the hole. Can be kind of difficult, but not really the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And if you need to, you can hold this little adapter thing with your finger, and then it'll screw down just fine. So next, take this little guy off. And I'm not sure exactly what this is meant for, but it's something that came out of the phone, so I want to put it back in the phone. And being really careful not to scratch the enamel. Because, I mean, yeah, this will be sold as a used assembly either way, but, you know, the better it looks, you know, the easier it is to sell. Put that right in there. Doesn't matter how it really looks, as long as it's generally flat. Whatever. Now let's go ahead and put this guy on. Oh, yeah. Forgot one very important thing. So if you look right here where these solder points for the backlight are, if that touches any kind of metal while it's on, it will either not turn on or the lighting will be off by quite a bit, depending on how it's touching. So for that, let's see. There's a little piece of black, I think it's electric tape. I'm not sure what it actually is, but it's just a little piece of black tape that goes over it. I mean, anything you put over it, as long as it keeps these little solder points from making contact with the metal, it'll work just fine. But I mean, this is stock, so we'll use that. And before I sell that assembly, if I sell it on eBay or something like that, I'll put one back on there. Trying to line this stupid digitizer up. Why must you be so fucking difficult? It's just a terminal. There we go. Oh, come on. Wasn't this difficult with the white assembly? Why is it so difficult with the red one? She's just not wanting to go down. It's like a stuck-up bitch, just doesn't want to go down. There we go. I guess it is like a real stuck-up bitch. I mean, at first she won't go down, but if you degrade her enough, she'll eventually go down. Stuck-up bitches like shit like that. And I never did find that screw, by the way. This is just a random screw that I had. Let's see, where did that little thing go? Fuck. Give me a second. Okay, so found it. I guess it was just stuck up here somewhere, which I didn't see it went there. But it's here now, so let's go ahead and put this down. So the best way to put your front assembly back down with the flex cable right here is what I usually do. I just try to line it up the best I can, and then if I need to, I'll take like a little screwdriver and just kind of push it down. Then I'll move it over to the side, and then just kind of push it down if it needs to be pushed down anymore. Then if you have tweezers handy, it works a lot better, but you can always do this with your fingers too, if you're careful enough. So the way you want to do this, if you look right here, there's two little notches on. Yeah, you can't see that. Yeah. Okay, I'll point with the screwdriver. So right here and here are two little notches, and over here is a little prong. These are where right here is where the two little notches go into, and then the prong just kind of holds it on the side. So we're going to go ahead and set that in there. And I'll show you exactly how that goes in. So put that in back first. And then all you have to do is just push this end down, and it is now secure. And also just make sure that your flex cable is bent, just like so, in kind of a Z shape, or a zigzag shape, whatever you want to call it. And then, just like the iPhone 5, simply put the top in it first, and then proceed to push it back down. You can get it to go. Having some issues, you can always just use a knife to kind of push that in on the edges. There is a red iPhone 5S. So beautiful. I will be changing these back glass to red pretty soon, but for now it's just going to stay white. Or hell, I might even buy a whole new housing and put red in it just so I can keep my stock housing just completely stock if I ever need to do warranty. But then again, I can always put white glass back in anyway. Apple can't tell the difference. Whatever. Cool story. Then after reassembling, just make sure your fingerprint sensor works just fine. Works just fine. Just a quick digitizer test, making sure everything works. That, my friends, is how you put on a front assembly for an iPhone 5S after replacing just the glass. I know I didn't show you anything about how to install the new frame or anything like that, but hopefully this helps some of you out. If some of you are wondering what the differences were between the 5S and iPhone 5 frames, and the front assemblies and stuff like that, and some stuff about the fingerprint sensor. But overall, if you like this video, comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 6Talia0. See, actually, with the comments, just as a fair warning to all my viewers, if I receive any notification whatsoever from you through Google+, meaning if you don't uncheck that little box next to where you're typing your comments right now, and I receive that comment through Google+, you will automatically be blocked. I'm doing this for everyone and anyone who I get contacted by via Google+. So, yeah, I want to help you guys out the best I can, but I am actively blocking everybody I receive anything from through Google+. So, with that said, comment, rate, subscribe without checking Google+. Follow me on Twitter at Digitizer, and see ya.